Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am here coming at you live from my office. Well, technically it's not live for you. If you're one of my blog readers, you already know that I've published my top tips for mascara application. But I found some people were asking questions because written word doesn't communicate quite as well as a video. So today, I'm going to show you those tips live through a video so that there can be some more clarification and maybe you'll learn more than I explained in the post. I am currently wearing no makeup on my eyes and my hair is looking a little crazy. I just filmed a hair tutorial that was up last week. Let me know what you think. Is this horrible? I'm not going anywhere if it is, so don't worry about me embarrassing myself in public. So what I'm going to do to make this tutorial as helpful as possible is I'm going to put eyeshadow on one of my eyes and then show how I would do mascara on it. And then I'm going to do no eye makeup on the other eye and just do mascara. I want to show you how I apply mascara whether I am wearing eyeshadow or not, and how big a transformation mascara gives whether you're wearing eyeshadow or just a bare eye. So without further ado, here we go. So I just quickly applied some makeup on my eye. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in so you can compare the difference. So here you can see this eye I've done some generic warm makeup for me, and this eye has nothing on it, just a little bit of product through my brows. I'm doing a foundation comparison right now where I'm wearing, one side is more high-end foundation and the other one is a drugstore foundation, so I can compare and contrast throughout the day. I do this test often with my own collection. They're similar enough colors that I can go out in public and nobody gives me a weird look, but it gives me a chance to test in real time in the same conditions. And I will often ask my husband throughout the day, like, hey, which side do you prefer right now? And I always keep a mental note of kind of ranking my foundation, so random ramble there, but that's something that I'm doing with my face at the moment. I've been wearing it all day though, and I try not to wear a ton of the bronzer and the contour and everything when I'm doing these types of tests. So I know I'm pretty pale. I'll probably put on some blush at the end so I look a little bit more live by the end of this video, but that's that. Now on to the main bit, which is the mascara. So what you're going to need for this is a pair of eyelash curlers, a mascara, any kind will do, but I'll talk about different ones when I'm going through this, and you'll need a mirror. I don't know a girl who could do her mascara without a mirror. If you can do it, let me know. I want to know your tips. My first mascara tip is to let your mascara dry out a little bit. What I mean by that is to open it, use it, get it out of the packaging, but then let it sit for a week or two. When a mascara is super fresh, just opened, it can be really, really, really wet, and it can go on and then slip and slide and droop and not be easy to apply. I like to wait for the formula to dry out just a little bit, because then it goes on cleaner, and it tends to build on itself better. If you find that you really, really hate a mascara, give it a couple weeks and then go back to it, and you may find you change your opinion about it. So that's tip number one. My second tip here is going to be to bend the wand. I've seen professional makeup artists do this, and I tried it, and it changed my mascara applying life. So what I have done with this one is I went ahead and I opened it, and then I'm going to show you. When I pull it out now, you can see that the wand is already bent. What you do is you put it in, you pull it out till just the wand is inside, and you bend it. You don't want to bend it to the point that it breaks, but you want to bend it. And what that does is, instead of holding the mascara wand here, where your hand is actually level with your eyes and not giving you a lot of, as if it's straight, it doesn't give you a lot of control. You hold the wand down and you're pushing up rather than just like sideways. Gives you a lot more control. I find I make much less of a mess. And it's way easier to apply it on other people if you're doing other people's makeup as well. So bend the wand. Tip number 3 is to scrape off the wand. There's generally a lot that comes out there. And this one, you can tell, is actually really, really bushy. I like that in this wand, but let me just compare here with you. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to bend this one in real time for you. So this mascara, this wand is more long and skinny, still a natural bristle, but it's got more of like a cylindrical pattern rather than it just being random. So this one gives me more of a natural lash look. But then again, you put it in till just the brush is in, and then you bend it there. So when you pull it out, you have a bent one. Makes a big difference. Just try it. It won't ruin your mascaras. And if you hate it, you can always put them back in and kind of straighten them back out like that. I'm not going to use this one today because I do want to show you how I wear my lashes normally, and I'm a fan of a natural, like a real lashy look. Not a natural. This is not natural, but a real lashy look. So I'm going to go with this one. Again, this is a super bristly brush. So my third tip is to wipe off the wand. So when you pull it out, you're going to have a ton of product loaded up on there. First thing you want to do is brush any product off the tip because you don't want any clumps there. But then go ahead and just run the sides. You'll use the product. It'll go right back in. It's not going to make a mess, but it'll keep you from over applying and putting too much on it. It's better to go in and put on thin layers rather than going in, making a mess, and having to clean up because you had too much in your wand to begin with. So now that I've got my mascara wand all ready, what I'm going to do is grab my lash curler. I find when I don't use an eyelash curler and I just wear mascara, my lashes, even if they tend to go a little bit straight, they can tend to droop down and just weigh down my eyes. So I'm going to grab my mirror. Now these can look really scary, so I'm going to show you how I do it. You get up close to your eye and then gently close so that you can see how many lashes you've got in there, and making sure you don't have any skin. And then kind of, if you need to get closer, inch up closer, but because you're being really gentle, I'm not squeezing. Like, it's barely closed right now. I know that nothing's going to hurt, and then I go and I do my press. So there you can tell I'm pressing a little bit more. Hold for a few seconds, release, and then let go. Make sure you have like several steps. Don't try to pull your eyelashes out. You can even go in and curl them a couple of times. Sometimes I'll curl them right at the base and then pull out just a little bit and curl like halfway down to make sure that it's really got the curl going up. And I know this side has eye makeup and this side doesn't, but you can already tell the difference in the lash. Now you go in with your mascara, and you want to do this before those lashes have a chance to fall. So you want to do this pretty quickly after you've curled them. You want to, what I do is I look up with put my chin up so that I can look down. And I can not be tempted to blink as much. And I'm forcing that wand up into the roots, and I'm going to wiggle it back and forth and then like zigzag it out to the ends of the lashes. So looking up so that I can have my eye looking down. I'm going to open my eyes, put the wand right at the base, wiggle it there, and then gently like zigzag it out. So I'm going to go in and do that a couple of times because you really want to make sure you have the lashes all the way at the ends of the roots coated. And then make sure the product gets pulled out to the ends. Now, if you go in and then you blink and you get mascara down here like I just did, that's okay. I don't have a Q-tip on hand, I'm just gonna go in. If you have a more elaborate eye makeup or anything, you can, but just doing a little bit of a wipe up there. And then because you don't have a ton of product on the tip, you can go ahead and make sure you get all those outer lashes, and then come in here and do your inner lashes. Now I found the best way to do liner on the inner eye is actually to look away and put the liner in, because you want your pupil to be a little bit further from where the pencil or the pen is, so you don't blink, because it's really, really sensitive. And when you are doing a line, you don't want to have it jag or have any awful bits because you blinked. But when I'm doing mascara, I find it's better to look the opposite direction and put the pupil right where I'm putting the wand. I don't know why, but when I'm doing my liner, I look away. So if I'm doing this side, I would look away. And over here, I would look away and do over here. So I would work where the white of my eye is. But with mascara, I want to look right where the pupil is. So I'm going to look. And it allows me to get all those little inner lashes. So that's what I would call a first coat. At this point, I don't redip my wand back in. That's had a chance to dry real quick. I will go back in if I want a really lashy look and just do it again and go back to the roots and really build it up there and then pull it out to make sure everything's just blended and feathered and there are no clumps. So that's just my top lashes, which on the daily is what I would do. I don't tend to wear a ton of mascara on my lower lashes, but I'll add some here, especially on the side because I do have makeup on the side. So I'll go ahead and add just a little bit. Again, I'm not trying to add it at the tips. I'm trying to get it right at the roots. I'm getting it all the way to the inside. So getting all those little baby lash hairs. So that is the makeup, the eyeshadow side done. The other side has nothing on it. So I'll let you see what that looks like. All right, and now we're just gonna follow the same process on the other eye. So I'm gonna go in with my lash curler. I'm going to, again, take it in gently, go in, tighten it a little bit so I know I've got the lashes secure and I haven't gotten any skin, and then I will go and actually press. And then I'll go and do maybe about halfway down. Don't press that one as often or as hard because you don't want to get like a crick. Then I'm going to go in with my bent wand and same deal. I'm going to work it all the way in to the roots, looking up so I can look down with my eyeballs. And I almost find I take more of the tip of the wand and go in rather than doing it all sideways. Because if I do just the tip, then I have more control over exactly where I want the product. And then I'll take the whole thing to kind of brush through the ends to make sure that there are no clumps. Gonna get these outer ones. And then I'm gonna do over here. All right, so that is the top lashes done. I'll go ahead and throw a little bit on the lower, just So you can see how I do that. For my top lash, I look up with my chin so I can look down. With my bottom lash, I look straight ahead. And let the eye just relax. Make sure to get right in here. Give it a look over to make sure there's no clumps. That is a side with some eyeshadow done and a side with no eyeshadow done. And you can see what a difference just adding some mascara does. I call it the free eye lift in 30 seconds. It brings light to your eyes. It makes you look more awake. I'm not exactly sure what magic it is, but I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to do it almost every day. So I'm going to zoom you back out and we'll talk through what we learned. So these are my best tips for applying mascara. Like I said, if I'm wearing makeup, you bet I'm wearing mascara, even if I'm not wearing any eyeshadow like on this side. It makes a really big difference, and I think it's one of the most eye-transforming things you can do for your face. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was informative for you. I hope you have a couple extra tips you can try with your mascara now, whether it's scraping off the wand or bending the wand or using just the tip to get in those hard to reach places and then going through with the whole wand to make sure there are no clumps. Whatever it is, let me know. Are there any tips that you have that I didn't mention? I am always on the hunt to figure out how to do makeup better, and we can learn from each other here. Slide down to the comments and let me know below. Also, are you the type of person that wears eyeshadow every day, or are you just a liner girl, or do you do nothing? Have you never worn makeup in your life? I'd love to hear that too. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next week.